Okay, here we are with Professor Rodolfo Gonzalez. He teaches here at the Technological University of Nogales. And you're teaching English right now?
Well, there are a couple of courses. Right now I'm teaching English. I'm teaching computer science. And sometimes I teach other courses, like, for example, SolidWorks, AutoCAD, CNC machining. So I'm more like an engineer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit, right now some of your students are participating in the virtual exchange with the students from the University of Arizona.
That's right.
So the students at the University of Arizona are taking a 100% online course. Mm-hmm. So I actually never see them in person as their teacher. And a lot of them never see each other. And because they're taking an online course, they have to have access to like internet all the time, cameras, microphones. Are online courses very common here in Mexico? Do university students take fully online courses?
Well, for example, in these kind of institutions, they don't use online courses that much. But for example, when you're studying a master's degree or a higher degree, most of them are like part in classroom and part online.
Like hybrids.
Yeah, but I've seen most master's degrees that are going fully online.
Okay.
Which is kind of a very good idea, because sometimes we don't have time to have a schedule for classes because of our work. So in Mexico, we do have a lot of universities that handle most of their, I don't know how they call them, the master's degree. We call them postgrados here. I don't know what's
postgraduate work.
Postgraduate work. Online. Okay. So, but for example, if you're studying just a simple major, most are to go to school, the old way.
So most undergraduate programs don't have online classes?
No.
How much do your students, do they have to upload assignments online, or do they still write things out by hand and turn it in usually?
I usually like the approach of having them to write down, because I like them to practice their written skills more than going into a computer and typing something and the computer correcting the mistakes. That's my approach. But I do, well, we had a couple of years ago a project with Moodle.
Moodle?
Where we tried to like start giving some assignments online, but most of the students don't have the resources to be doing that kind of after class work.
So when you say resources, tell me a little bit what you mean.
Computers or internet access.
So would you say the majority of your students maybe don't have computers or internet access at their homes?
That's right.
So generally speaking, in the classes, even at the university, as you said, do most professors just have them write things by hand?
No. It depends on the classes. Most classes, they're like, they give them homeworks so they can start investigating, and then they discuss the topics in the class. Sometimes they give the students some topic and they have to investigate, and they have to discuss with the whole group all the topics that were assigned.
But when they turn things in, they still turn it into the professor.
We don't have like a platform where we can actually start giving all those assignments.
So you have a computer lab here on campus.
There are a couple of computer labs, yes.
And what do students usually do in the computer labs?
Well, they usually use specific software, for example, engineering software, development software. They do have like the office suites and everything, but they're not mostly used for like everyday work. For example, the laboratories that we have here in Procesos, they're specific for like SolidWorks, AutoCAD, FluidSim, MasterCam, all those types of software. They can use them, but for example, we don't have microphones or headphones or speakers.
You don't have cameras.
We have none.
Do you have where they can print off things?
There's a printing facility over at the library, but you have to pay for it, so there's not like we have a printer for.
So how do most of your students access the internet?
Mostly by their smartphones.
Their smartphones?
Yeah.
Okay.